Tony? Yeah, go on then.
Can you get in there?
Stand up, Tone.
I think I am. I'd like to thank you all for coming today. It's been a fabulous day, fabulous ceremony, my favourite. I'd like to thank her for all the hard work she's put in. Really lovely. I would like to thank most people for coming.
Most people.
Obviously, everyone. I'll read it. Right. Ellie. What can I say?
You've got it written down.
The first 2 weeks Ellie was born, didn't even open her eyes. I didn't even know what colour we were. It's my little darling. And the mother wouldn't let anybody touch her. I was really proud of her. I hope you realise that. When she was at school, her first little performance was with a little boy called Ellie. And there were the little dogs. They were the youngest in their year. And there was little clowns, and everybody fell in love with them. That was the first sign of Ellie being performed. And then her mother pushed her, when she went to Munster, into performing Stars in the Eyes. And she performed Umbrella by Rihanna. And she won. Well, we were really proud.
Hey, will it take it back? I thought Umbrella.
That was
Started
later.
on that note,
That was
like,
next year.
Oh, anyhow, she performed every year. So got model.
And she was the best every year too.
Well, what can I say about Ellie? Then she met Ollie at college at Lincoln. That's a performing arts college. And everything Ellie's done, I'm just absolutely gobsmacked. Then, when she met Ollie,
Perhaps I should have done that.
it just became apparent that they were well suited, and they came duo performing the songs. And I'll tell you what, the music you make is fantastic.
Yeah, can you sing tonight?
One thing.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming anyway, and I'm not brilliant at speaking. And I'm really, it just goes to show the amount of people that's turned up. I think it's absolutely fantastic. We've had a great time, great meal, and look at the scenery. Ellie and Ollie have really worked hard to put all this together, and I think it's fantastic. I'd like to thank everybody for coming, and what more can I say? I know that they're going to make a wonderful couple, because they're really well suited, well balanced.
They are.
I'd like to raise your glasses to Ellie and Ollie. Ellie and Ollie.
Right. Thank you, Tony. A man of many words. We all agree. I have my speech on my phone. It's 2023. Paper doesn't exist anymore. But first of all, I'd like to point your attention to these little boxes on your tables. These are our favours. It doesn't look like much, but in every single box there is a seeds for forget-me-nots, and there are seeds for there are poppy seeds. So they both represent two charities that are causes that we've been affected by, and so that's what we chose to do. I've been really into my chili growing recently, and growing things is really good for your mental health. It's fantastic. Probably wouldn't eat forget-me-nots though. But yeah, that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say thank you to everyone for being here today. Every single one of you had an impact on either Ellie or me or both of us as a couple. And we really, really appreciate every single person here. To name a few people specifically, she's not here now, but Tony, George's mum, did the centerpieces and the things on the tables, and I'd like to thank your mum, George. Pass down. S and Dave. Dave was there for decorating the whole place before I even saw it. I was
you were leaving.
Yeah, probably. I want to say thank you to Rachel, sitting over there in the corner, for the cake. I don't know how everyone else's is. And then I want to thank my friends Pip and Jack. I've known them for too long, really, which is why I'm quite nervous about speeches. I want to thank Tim and Christina. They are two of our very good friends up there. They have done unimaginable things for us, which we can't even begin to repay you for.
Love you, Ellie.
And then I want to thank my mum and dad. Thank you for raising me the way that you have. You've made it so that I can get something like that. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe it. And thank you, Mark, for doing the ceremony. I think we can all say it was a fantastic ceremony. Yeah. I don't know what this is, but it's and then I want to thank Michelle and Tony and Libby and every single Stocks Manuel in this room. Since I asked Ellie to go out with me to be my girlfriend 8 years today, they have been unbelievably welcoming to me. They've made me feel at home. They've taken me in as one of their own, and I can't appreciate that more.
Can I ditto that for the Just we're all family, and we've officially announced joined us today.
And finally, Ellie. So like I said, today's not only our wedding day, it's 8 years from the moment I asked Ellie to be my girlfriend in college. We were in a band together with a few others, and we got told to move rooms, one rehearsal, while we were still faffing about, collecting our stuff like we normally are. I took that opportunity to ask Ellie to go out with me. which I now know, well, I know quite a while ago, that that's the best decision I've ever made in my life. Since then, we've grown as people, as a couple, and I'm so proud of us, of who we've become, and for who you are and who you've made me along the way. You complete me. You're beautiful, funny, smart. I mean, you try this. She's been my partner in music, love, laughter, sadness, happiness, and I cannot believe I got the opportunity to marry my best friend. To the new Mrs. Group.
Hello everybody, I'm one of the best men. You'll be getting another speech from Jack in a minute. I put one out on paper, because it might be 2023, but I thought it would be a bit more classy. So, I'd like to start by saying hello to everybody here, and I just wanted to say how beautiful both the bride and groom look today. When Ollie asked me to be one of his two best men, I was looking forward to this moment more than anything else. Because when you're friends with someone like Ollie Green for the 10 plus years we've known each other, you accumulate many stupid stories. But I would like to take you back to the first day that Ollie and I met. And it's a bit of an unusual story, because I imagine for most best men, the start of a friendship is one of camaraderie and joy, but that's not quite how Ollie and I met. Now, the first time that I met him was when we were both about 12 years old in year 8, and a few of my friends came up to me and they started talking to me about this boy that they just met called Ollie, and how really cool he was. And they insisted that I had to meet this cool boy called Ollie, so they went to go get him. And I agreed, and I said we'd meet in the library, because those of you that don't know me or didn't know me then, I basically lived in the library at that age. I had huge frizzy hair and a very frumpy uniform. So off they go, and they bring this cool boy Ollie in, and he walks in, he takes one look at me, he looks me up and down, and he walks straight back out the door. So no, not the most usual start. I assumed that he wasn't very impressed, and to be honest, I wasn't particularly impressed with him or his Justin Bieber haircut. And for the life of me, I can't actually remember how our friendship developed, but it did, and it developed very well over the years, and we became closer as friends. We were there for each other at birthdays, exam days, breakups, me telling him not to do stupid things, him ignoring me and continuing to do the stupid things, and then I would have to be there for the inevitable fallout of the stupid things and pick it back up for him. And even when we switched to the same sixth form college, our friendship remained solid. I remember how when we'd have 3 hours between lessons, we'd go back to Ollie's place, which was directly opposite, and instead of studying, we'd just sort of watch Saw and play with the kittens that he always seemed to have. And then he did the worst possible thing. He utterly betrayed me by moving away, but I was so glad that he did. And we didn't get distant, in fact we remained close as ever, and then one day he called me up to say that he'd met this girl, that he really liked her and they'd started dating and he wanted me to meet her. So off I travelled to visit my friend and this girl that he could not shut up about. And then I met one of the best people I'd ever meet in my life, which was Ellie. her, within 10 minutes, I think I was about half in love myself, and all I could think was, wow, she is too good for me. Because here was this amazing, amazing woman who was bright, funny, and so kind from the get-go. That first weekend that we met, they had a few gigs, and I ended up following them around and taking photos and cheering them on like a little groupie. And suddenly I'd gone from having one best friend to having two. And we've had so many great times together, all three of us. When my mum got married, Ollie and Ellie ended up living at my house for an entire week whilst they were on their honeymoon. Ellie would come round with Ollie to share our tradition of putting a Christmas tree up. Ellie and I would talk for hours about musical theatre and books and movies, and she even sat through 12 hours extended edition of Lord of the Rings at 9 PM to 9 AM, and if there is not a truer sign of true love. And I could stand here and I could tell you many more stupid stories of all the stuff that Ollie's done over the years, but we would be here until they shut the place. So I'll just say this. Ellie, Ellie, I truly mean it when I say that you're one of the kindest, most intelligent, most beautiful people that I have ever had the privilege of knowing in my life. You have more patience for Ollie than me to deal with him for 24 hours a day. But I know that he loves you more than anything else, and I know that you feel the same way. And I am so excited that you've chosen to get married on such a beautiful day, and that your love is now symbolised in such a momentous occasion. I care for you and I love you as deeply as a sister, and I'm so excited to be there for you, not just for today, but for every other step of your journey in this life. Ollie, you've always been the brother that I never wanted, but that I was so unbelievably grateful to have. I truly don't know who I would be today without you. You've been with me through every up and down, good and bad. I hope that I have given you support in your life that you have given me. I'm so genuinely honoured to be here with both of you today, and I just have a little bit of marriage advice for both of you. Ollie, just listen to Ellie. Just listen to her. 9 times out of 10, she's always right. So if you want a happy life, just shut up and listen to her.
9 times out of 10.
It's a small fraction. So I would just like to finish by inviting everybody to raise a toast to the happy couple. Happy couple.
And now for the funny one.
Right, cheers, Mick. That was quick at my heart, I think, actually. Right, ladies and gentlemen, before I begin, just one more quick round of applause to Ollie and Ellie. Ollie here is one of the best men I know, but not only that, he's the only man I know that thinks the best use of a police warrant card is to flag anything he can for free. So, me and Ollie first met on a bus ride to college. It's not the most epic of stories, unless you count the time that Ollie threatened to punch me for making a joke about his mum. Don't worry, I've since learned there's some lines that you don't cross, and jokes about Ollie's mum are one of them. Speaking of punching, Ellie, look at these two together. Ollie, I love you, man. But Ellie, you look stunning today, and you deserve all the happiness I know you'll both have together. As a group of 4, me, Ollie, Ellie and Becca have shared some amazing time together. One of my favourites being an unforgettable night we shared in a hot tub, both of us sporting bright green mankinis. A sight that is forever etched in my memory, and now unfortunately, yours. And then there's Naked Whiskey Club. legitimate club, or just Ollie's way of spicing up a Saturday night. However, we soon found out that on the stag do, Ollie had been officially inducted into this prestigious club. I'll leave you to work out the details. Either way, if you see Ollie offering you a whiskey later, just double check whether clothing is optional or mandatory. We do need to address Ollie's unique talent. You see, he has this uncanny ability to turn any situation, no matter how serious, into a joke. And not just any joke, the kind of joke that only he finds funny. You know you're in for one of his classics when you see a twinkle in his eye and a smirk creeping across his face, and by the time he delivers the punchline, he's doubled over in laughter while the rest of us are scratching our heads just thinking, did I miss something? But that's the beauty of it. His jokes are a one-man show, and that unwavering confidence in his own comedic genius is truly admirable. Ollie is the man that finds a reason to laugh, even if he's the only one doing it. In all seriousness though, Ollie is one of the best men I know. He's loyal, brave, and he has a heart bigger than his ability to make questionable life choices. I'm honoured to be his best man, and I wish him and Ellie a lifetime of love, laughter, and perhaps fewer night in green mankinis. Before I leave, I want to perform a little ceremony, if you don't mind. I want you, Ellie, to place your hand on the table. Ollie, can I ask you to place yours on top? Ellie, I want you to repeat after me. I love you, Ollie.
I love you, Ollie.
Ollie, repeat, I love you, Ellie.
I love you, Ellie.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the last time you'll see Ollie have the upper hand and the last word.